Welcome to Healthcare Sucks. Okay, with that out of the way, hey, I'm trying to save lives tonight, guys. Team 99, glad to see you're out there, guys. You're doing it. I'm gonna bring you some stuff. It's what's going on. That's all I can say, man. I'm not gonna candy coat it tonight. I think all you guys are prepared and prepared to do whatever we need to do over this weekend and next week. So we're just going to jump into this. We're going to watch some news. We're going to skip over and see Brother BP Earthwatch put out a special report tonight, and I'm 100% agreeing with him on what's coming and what's going on. So here we go. Let's start with this one first about some there's some stupid shit going on, guys.
On a burden onshore medical system. In cities, the running tally of people infected by coronavirus has doubled, over 3,600 here in New York City alone. And as each day passes, some of the things we thought we knew about this virus have changed, like the risk to younger patients. A lot of what we're going to tell you tonight may feel overwhelming, but there is progress on some fronts, including the search for treatments. Our team is ready to go with the latest. We start with Miguel Almaguer.
Tonight inside intensive care units across the country, the CDC says nearly half of all coronavirus patients fighting for their lives are younger than 65. While often deadly for the elderly, the virus is now taking more lives of those who are not senior citizens. The young not only catching the illness at higher and higher rates, but also spreading it.
Oh, on the worst day, it was, it was a 10. It was rough.
Matt Schulte has had the virus for over a week.
It feels like my lungs have fluid in them. The air feels thin, and it just feels very heavy on my chest.
As officials in Washington state scramble to build a 200-bed hospital on a soccer field, the number of coronavirus cases nationwide is hitting yet another milestone, climbing to over 13,000. More than half the cases in the country come from just 10 counties across 3 states, New York, Washington, and California.
The number of test positives is increasing.
Today at the White House, a call for social media influencers to warn the young about the virus. The governor of Maryland with a more pointed message amid spring break scenes like these.
If you are engaged in this type of activity, you are in violation of state law, and you are endangering the lives of your fellow Marylanders.
With the State Department making an unprecedented move, telling Americans not to travel abroad, Carnival Cruise Lines is offering their ships to serve as floating hospitals to relieve stress on a burdened onshore medical system.
Which I'm going to comment from out of the picture tonight for a little while because I'm feeding my face again. The Carnival ship lines as hospitals. Am I not the only one that thinks this is totally stupid? Well, I do. Let me know what you guys think. Here we go. I told you there's some stupid things going on. By the way, one of Pence's assistants has got the virus. So that means Pence is exposed and the president, no matter what. And remember, this is a 30-day you can be contagious, not 14. The 14-day thing is just another stupid thing. I might do a video this weekend on stupid things. Here we go.
Now, the first 2 members of Congress, Mario Diaz-Balart and Ben McAdams, have tested positive, while in New Jersey, so have 7 members of the Fusco family. 73-year-old Grace died just hours after her son and 5 days after her daughter. Cases in neighboring New York are skyrocketing.
Nobody can tell you when this is going to end. Nobody can say 2 months, 4 months, 9 months. Nobody.
Amid ghostly scenes like this around Boston, as Americans heed warnings to stay away from others, the U.S. Census is suspending field operations, while the CDC suggested live streaming funerals to avoid crowds. The National Guard now deployed to over half the country.
With COVID-19, it's like we have 54 separate hurricanes in every state, territory, and the District of Columbia.
Tonight, our nation fighting the virus and fear.
And that's sad that one family lost several members. That tells you how bad this is, guys. And where we're heading. With that, the part about the funerals online, oh my gosh, guys. I mean, that's just like terrible. And I know it's true because where I live out here, I know of a family down the way that's having to do that. Not in person funeral service. I mean, they don't do these kind of things just for the fun of it, guys. I don't know how to stress that this is serious, serious poo poo. I'm trying to be nice tonight. See, I only said the S word one time. Here we go.
Is both spread across the country.
In a letter to the president, the governor of California now says over the next 8 weeks, he expects more than half of California will become infected with the coronavirus. That's more than 25.5 million people.
Did you hear that, guys? Go back and watch some of my videos. I mean, sit down, take your shoes off, relax, like on Petticoat Junction, I was telling you. By the way, tune into that sometime when you're bored, you'll laugh. Anyway, serious. This thing is a monster, guys. It's a monster. And I remember talking about 40 to 60% possibly of the world's going to get it. I'm believing about 60-70% of the United States could get this at this point. Could get this. But I think there's a safe bet that 40% will. You know, and that's like being conservative about it, guys. They don't shut down California, New York, and all these other places for nothing. You know, and I still am very suspicious there's other things going on. Don't kid yourselves. China, look for China to be making a major move, guys. And they're going out there now. I've seen a couple videos where they're like thinking they're Red Cross, China Red Cross, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I don't think so. Not at my... It's nothing against the China people, guys. Like I've made all the way through this since it started, the China people are the innocent. It's the damn evil government. I mean, they are ruthlessly evil, guys. You just don't... That's why I flat out am saying now that this is not accidental. There's just no way this is accidental. And it's like the perfect plan. You know, I want to throw something else at you guys to think about. You know what? This is bio-warfare, guys. This is the first serious, heavy-duty 21st century bio-war in action. We are seeing it and living it. Don't kid yourselves. That's exactly what this is. And I'm not kidding. Just look at what's going on. And who is all of a sudden looking better? And their military was never sick. The emperor's family was never sick. Their president's not sick. This kind of thing could start the war. The WW3 one. And I'm not going to candy coat it. I'm probably going to get tossed out eventually, guys, if we don't lose our internet first. Like I've been telling you about that, too. I do love you guys, man, and I hope the best. And sorry to be off camera, but I don't think you want to watch me eat and make a big old pig out of myself. Oink, oink, oink. I'm just kidding, guys. Love you. Here's more news.
Staggering number. And Lester, many are worried, could other states have similar projections? All right, Miguel, thank you. Let's turn to the front lines of the pandemic and the people we're going to lean on through this crisis. The hospitals, the medical staff, they're running short on supplies. And while a vaccine may be more than a year away, the president says he's trying to fast track 2 potential treatments. Here's Tom Costello.
Okay. I just went into this like last night. Poor China's got the WUHAN. Let's send all of our supplies over there. And now that they're recovering and they've had their Factory cities revving up the whole time. They've never been without. They've managed to not only start a bio war, but now they successfully, like the art of war, took all of our supplies. And now they're not going to give any or share any back. And if they did, I would be very cautious. It would be like what we did to the Indians back there with scarlet fever. Remember the blanket thing? I went through it last night. I ain't taking nothing I'm literally, guys, if it's not on the shelf right now at dollar store in the future, I don't know if I'll be going to dollar store in that kind of a place, in Walmarts. If it doesn't say American made pretty soon, I'm not buying it. If that means if I have to go without, cut back, wear my shoes until they have holes in them, I don't care. Not kidding, guys. This is like way out of control. We're going to come back to this because the president's going to tell you what we covered this last night. But what I want to cover now is BP's warning, and it's not a joke. Please listen. Subscribe and share to BP Earthwatch
in a buggy
and me.
When you're running through Costco at the last
Here
minute.
we go.
March 20th, 2020.
It's only 7 minutes.
You're looking at an article this afternoon at 4:01 p.m. from Zero Hedge, and it says stocks suffer the worst week since Lehman, despite biggest Fed bailout ever. And it's gone. You can see that in the subtitle. And it did. Today, Governor Cuomo out of New York came in and talked about the 100% stay-at-home on jobs unless it's necessary. You've seen that go on and on for the whole week. It's 15, 25%, 50, 75, and nothing was going to happen. Remember yesterday and then today, as the number of reported cases almost doubled, he pretty much said, I want 100% of the workforce to stay at home unless it's a vital job. And the stock market started collapsing. It didn't quite hit 1,000, but 970 or something. And so that $1 trillion that went into this is no longer existent on the stock market. Think about what we're seeing. Now that's not really the reason I did the video. This is part of the update, and they're saying that the stock markets are collapsing quicker than in the 1929 depression. You understand what I'm saying? And that leads into why I'm doing the video, and maybe I should call it the food wars. But here, we are Central Mississippi, small town. We live out in the country, but there's one Walmart in the whole county. And it's a big county, but there's just one, and the stores most of the shelves in the stores are empty. And many of you that are listening and have been for a while, you are a lot better off than many people because you have been preparing. But that does not mean that that's going to get us through this, because 90% of America, maybe more, maybe 95, 96, 7% did not prepare. And so, just like in the zombie movies, what you're going to see is roving bands of gangs that are hungry. Now, of all the things they're telling you to prepare for, this is the next phase. And if you think about it, we've seen in the last few weeks the run on stores. And, you know, I've seen what was kind of amazing to me was people run by entire aisles of food to get toilet paper. Well, for whatever reason that was, of course everyone's going to need toilet paper, but if you're not getting the beans and rice, you might not need that as much as you think you are. But guys, the problem is there's going to be a tsunami of chaos. That's been my terminology for 5 or 6, 7 years now. A tsunami of chaos when this hits. And if the shelves are not being resupplied now, I know some of the smaller stores, let me say this, some of the smaller stores that are chain stores, like the dollar stores and all, if you have one, And if you can safely go in there, you can get some supplies, but the bigger ones are really emptying out. And guys, when that food runs out, and even though you saw people run out of stores a week or 2 or 3 weeks ago with not just toilet paper, but food also, how long do you think that lasts if you hadn't been preparing for years? And so when people get hungry, they become desperate and they become deadly. It becomes animalistic in the survival. And if I've ever issued any warning about protecting your life and your family's life, and heads up, this may be it, because now we're at the point that I've always worried about. Again, the tsunami of chaos. And so the prepping for over these years was to be able to avoid that. One of the things I've talked about is you don't want to be without food and have to get in a FEMA line where they may also want to test you or give you a vaccine while you get a handout of some food. I hope you understand.
I hope everybody understands that I'm gonna look you in the eye for this one. If I got food on my face, I apologize, or in my teeth, and blah blah blah. We can all deal with it. I love you guys, man. Brother BP does too. He's a good guy. This is no bull. Again, I could get pulled any minute for telling you guys the truth, but I'm going to keep telling it to you. Because you know what? I'm expendable. If I can save you guys and you can save a few people, that's all that matters, man. Because it's going to get rough. Remember, I've been talking about defensive things too. Again, if you don't know how to use a defensive item, don't go get one. And you know the ones I'm talking about. Now, if you can always go to the next level, a bat, a KNIFE, or whatever, mace, or those little electric bzz, 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 bzz things, whatever. My ex has one of those actually, and she feels safe with that. So the bottom line here is we're not trying to scare anybody. We're just getting you guys reality check for what's going on. I've actually even had some neighbors, guys, that are like, oh, that toilet paper thing was a big old joke, and now people are trying to sell it back. And you know, it's true. That is going on. But the same people are like, oh, and I'm not a prepper, and I'm not worried about it, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. And I'm like, you know, it's the truth. If that's what you want to believe, you're entitled to believe these things. I still believe in the freedoms of America. However, there's a stupid going on. And the stupid is like as bad as the WUHAN 19. And the stupid is going to be exactly what BP was talking about. People become desperate. All of a sudden, they're down to those crumbs in their counters and crumbs in their cupboards and last few cans and no milk for a week, no eggs for a week. I'm just talking a week here, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. A week. You know, I'm going to miss milk. I like milk, guys. I've got powdered milk. You can make it. The trick is getting it cold. Now, you know, I as survivalist in prepping, I've tried to get everybody. I know apartments are the exception, guys. It's going to get rough there. I hope there's maybe exceptions to the rule where you can put a generator out on your, if you have a little balcony, and run electric to just a few things like your refrigerator. It's very important to keep your food going. And some ice, believe it or not. Ice is going to become like valuable. I mean, if you like cold stuff, I mean, I do. I'm going to be, I do. You know, it's one of the things I would miss if we don't have ice down the road, you know, but que sera, you learn to live with it. Again, when you go back out and you get your things over this weekend or next week, not just the necessities. I want you to get some of the little perky things that make your life good. Twinkies, ding dongs, donuts, and those kind of things last for quite a while, especially Twinkie stuff. I mean, I've heard rumors that would scare you about Twinkies. But You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Candy bars, whatever your thing is, get some of your thing. And then I'm going to be straightforward. I'm not judgmental. If you drink, get a couple bottles and don't drink it all up at once. Save it, because down the road there might be a day that gets really rough and you may need a couple shots. I'm not telling everybody to go get drunk and act like idiots. There's enough of that going on, but with the kids, that's normal, guys. That's what they do every year. That's what people do, have done for years. I'm not saying I condone it, but I did it. But not during this kind of a pandemic. I don't think I would. But I've got a lot of common sense. Where to go, what to do. I'm on semi-lockdown period already, guys. I told you I would tell you when I got there. I am. And I'm hoping I get through this. I talked about me being on, because I have lupus, Plaquenil, I can never say that. Anyway, the one that they're pushing right now, the chlorophyll. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. It's called Plaquenil. Look it up. Along with that, I heard something about azithromycin, which, just to let you know, azithromycin, I just went through it because I was not feeling all that great. Remember, guys, I was having a little sickness, so I went ahead and I got a great doctor. He gave me some. So I already kicked that in. Whatever you have to do to get through this, guys, is what I'm saying. Videos, DVDs, same thing. Duh. Video games, board games. I mean, I'm an anti-board gamer because I played so much when I was younger, and cards and all that. But if things, they're already talking. Remember, guys, we talked about the internet. With you guys, Team 99. We're on it. We're ahead of the curve. About the internet going down. I wasn't kidding when I told you guys like a week or two ago that and now they're having shortages and interruptions, and my phone's been acting wacky. I want to check and make sure it's even doing a video. Yeah, okay, we're good to go. My phone's been acting wacky for days. Literally. I cannot hook up to Wi-Fi through my phone, and I've always been able to. And I've called in, they've ran everything, and they wanted to ring me and charge me $200 and some for another phone, or do a contract deal. So I'm getting a really nice phone. I'm splurging, guys, because it comes with a gig hard drive. For one thing, I can make a lot of videos on it for everybody to share. And it's just, you deserve something for yourself every once in a while. I'm not saying go get in debt or whatever, but during times like this, if you want to buy something for yourself, what the hell? And I'm not saying what or where or how. And then this thing with the money from the president, I cannot get it hammered down. And I can't get the truth out of nobody. And of course, nobody, governor, senator, they won't answer the phone. Nobody's answering the phone. But as far as going out there and researching, now it's like $1,000 to $1,200 per person, under 75,000, over 75,000, they still get a little kickback check. And then the trillions were going to the banks, big business, and stock market. And did you hear what Brother BP said? It's already got wiped out. So are we going to get our money or not? No? Does that mean we're not going to get our money because they got stupid in the stock market? Like I said, the stock market, I told you guys this the other day, the stock market is like a black hole right now. It's going to suck up whatever you throw into. They're not going to stop it from hemorrhaging. This thing is done. And again, I don't mean to be fear-mongering or gloom and doom, but there's things I can't tell you. Obviously, nobody knows exactly, which scenario, what exactly, but there's all of us people that do this kind of thing have got the fever, the feeling going on right now. And we know this is not just the WUHAN 19, guys. There's a lot more to it. There is. I'm going to make another video. I don't mean to seem gloom and doomish. I just want you to know that please go out if you can afford it and buy some stuff. Maybe even if you can't afford it, go buy some stuff. I heard the rumor that I know in our Pacific Power is not going to shut anybody down, supposedly. I heard rumors of free internet now coming up. I don't know if that's with the rumor is tying in the 5G thing to it, so we're all going to get baked on that. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know how it's going to be long term, but right now it looks like things are maybe even going to get paid for us. So if you need to go buy some food and some necessities, go do it. I don't care if I take a hit and I go down and they shut me off. By the way, this is the Fair Use Act. We use it with everybody. Everything's fiction. The stock market didn't almost throw the wheels off the car today again. Now that's out of the way. When I look away sometimes, I'm thinking, because I'm an old FART, but I want to make sure when something comes out of my mouth, it's logical and it's truth and honest. Because here you're going to get the truth and the honest things, because lying to you would be dumb and it would be rude and treat you like you're ignorant. And I don't think any of you guys that are watching are ignorant. As a matter of fact, for watching my show, I think you're very intelligent, guys. I don't care what other people have said to you in the past or today or yesterday or will say tomorrow to you. You're very intelligent because you're taking a step forward to get ready for the what if. And the what if is here. It's no longer the when, where. It's the what if, how it's going to affect you and infect you. Boy, sometimes I don't even know how it comes out of my mouth like that ahead of time. You know how it does? Yep. I don't even have to say it. You know what I'm saying. He works in mysterious ways. And if he can use me in any way, I'm his. God bless you all. Love you all, man. Review these things. Share them. Subscribe. Have your friends subscribe if they don't mind. It's the only thing really I ask. I would even put up the little thing so you could send a shirt or a hat, but I'm not going to do it tonight. And I definitely don't want money from you guys. On the next video, I'll put the little thing up, and then if you want to send me a healthcare, we love you, or healthcare, you suck, or a hat or a shirt someday when things are better, that'd be cool. And healthcare sucks. And we're going to be okay, guys. We're going to make it together through this. No matter what, just keep your chin up, what they used to say, man. We'll be all right. And I'll be back. That thing's trying. I don't know where that came from. If you watch my older videos, I never said that. And now it's like, I almost feel like I want to let you guys know. So you know I'm coming back. Unless they cut me, I'm coming back. Okay? And healthcare sucks! Over and out.